I know that this may be hard to believe, but if you put the DS and Wii versions of M&M's Kart Racing right next to each other, you may notice a few subtle differences. For starters, the Wii version has better graphics compared to the DS version. When I first got both versions of the game, I expected to enjoy using the DS controls more, because it's the optimal controller to play Call of Duty 4 DS with, but I think they really nailed the motion controls with the Wii version. The DS version just simply doesn't control as well as the Wii version. Maybe if they remastered the game for the 3DS and enabled the gyro controls, I think it would be a lot better. I'm a big fan of the motion controls. While we're on the topic of controls, on the DS version, you can bounce like you can in Mario Kart DS, but not to drift. You just jump super high in the air and fall back down. You can't do this in the Wii version, from what I can tell. I haven't seen any gameplay like that. It's so bizarre after playing the Wii version more. This was an interesting decision made by their devs. Maybe they saw you could bounce in Mario Kart, but didn't realize what it was for exactly. They just thought you could bounce for no reason, so they just added jumping. The jumping is super weird though. I thought it could have been comparable to wave dashing, but I didn't really enjoy it, so... Also, the maps are really different in both the games. I thought they would just use the same maps, but they're pretty different because in the DS version, most of the maps are super long and just have one lap, while the Wii version has short maps with multiple laps, like a normal kart racing game. The reason these two aspects are related is because it makes the competitive meta behind M&M's Kart Racing DS less enjoyable, in my opinion, than the Wii version. Some may argue that the DS version is way more technical than the Wii version because of the jumping, but it makes matches way too hard to follow as a spectator. I'm much more of a fan of the Wii version than the DS version, and I can tell other people are as well because the Wii version had more entrants at EVO compared to the DS version. The Wii and DS communities are super divided, even more divided than the Melee and Smash 4 communities. I really wish that they could both just get along, but oh well. Oh, and that meme is true. Unfortunately, the iconic "approaching sound barrier" voice line isn't spoken in the DS version, to my knowledge. What I find odd is that there aren't that many voice lines at all in the DS version. What I liked about M&M's Kart Racing on Wii was that all the voice lines made it sound like I was playing Daytona USA or something, which is another racing game that I like. I'm really hoping that this is something I just missed, but I couldn't find it. An issue I have with the DS version is that the frame rate is more comparable to hard driving on Sega Genesis than it is to the Wii version, because the Wii version just runs at like 60 FPS the entire time and it's great, but the DS version doesn't quite get that many frames, so the gameplay feels a lot more sluggish. Which I don't get why people call that game more technical when it's slower than the Wii version. Beats me. The Wii version just runs a whole lot better, which makes sense because the hardware is newer. So as you can tell after learning about all of the subtle differences between M&M's Kart Racing for DS and Wii, you can tell why the communities are so different from each other. That's gotta be it for me. I hope you learned a lot about the M&M's Kart Racing versions, the differences, the subtle differences, I mean, between the DS and the Wii. If you liked it, you know, drop a like, and make sure you report icons so we can get it delisted from Steam.
Start your engines!
Ready? Set? Go!
Congratulations! You place first.